Brianna. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to deep clean your kitchen sink. I think it's going to be a lot easier than you would even expect, but this way you have the motivation to have a sparkling clean sink. And what I love most about this is it's actually a pretty natural and like friendly way to clean your sink if you're not looking to use super harsh chemicals, but it's gonna leave you with the sparkliest, most clean, fresh smelling sink ever. So let's first go through all of the tools and ingredients that I'm going to be using, and then I'll actually clean my sink so you get to clean with me as I clean my sink and my garbage disposal today. And then you can see the final results of how to get a sparkling clean sink. All right, here are the products that I will be using today to clean my sink. So you just need some dish soap. Any dish soap of your choosing is totally great, but I love the mint scent of the Mrs. Meyer's right now. You'll need some baking soda. You will need some vinegar to clean with. Paper towels, we won't use those till the end, either rubber bands or clothespins, and some Ziploc bags. I have the snack size ones. I found those are a little bit easier to use for this. You will need either an old toothbrush, or I personally love this Rubbermaid Reveal. It's a fun little cleaning gadget that I found on Amazon way back last summer. I did a video where I tried out all these different cleaning gadgets I found on Amazon, and this one is a keeper for sure. And then you will need a sponge, or I like this sort of sponge scrub brush because I just think it's easier to use with a handle. This one is from Grove Collaborative, where I get a lot of my natural cleaning products. So if you want to try out Grove for either this sponge or this dish soap or a bunch of other all natural cleaning products, and also I'm just looking here, that's where I have my little strainer is from. I'll have a link in the description box below if you want to check that out, because then you get a free gift set with any $20 order. But all right, let's get to cleaning out this sink. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my Ziploc bags and the white vinegar, and I'm just going to pour the white vinegar into these Ziploc bags. And again, if you use a rubber band or the clothespins just kind of help secure this, I'm gonna let the white vinegar sit on the faucet. It just helps clean it. So if you have any gunk or buildup, using the vinegar is a really safe, all natural way to clean your faucet. And especially here, I drink tap water a lot. We do have a filter on our refrigerator, but there's a lot of times I might be making lemonade or something along those lines that I'll just use the water right out of the tap. And this way I'm cleaning it with something that is natural and doesn't put chemicals on my faucet. So I'm just going to use my clothespins to make sure that this is nice and secure and sits on there then while I clean the rest of my sink. And I'm gonna do it on my hot water. I have a little hot water tap here too, so that's why I have two baggies. And sorry, the angle for the camera is a little hard. That's why I'm like squatting, because I can't fit in. Okay, camera, this is behind the scenes, but yeah, that's why I'm basically squatting awkwardly in this video. I don't really like stand like such a turkey all of the time. Oh no, I spilled a little vinegar out. Okay. Grace is my middle name. Just kidding. I clearly don't have any gracefulness today. So I am just rushing a little bit because it's towards the end of the kids' nap time. So just wanted to finish this video before they wake up. Stay put for me. Nope. Okay. All right. So I have the vinegar now in the Ziploc bags with the clothespins, and it's just gonna sit there then and do its work while I clean the rest of the sink. And I'm just gonna move this over while I do that. And I'm gonna take out this little strainer doodad, because I don't need that for right now. I'm also going to take out, this is the other one that came with the sink on this side, because I don't need that for this part either. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my dish soap, and my sink was already pre-wet, but I would make sure your sink is a little bit wet before you put in the dish soap and then your baking soda. And you can already hear it, like as soon as I put that baking soda on, you kind of hear it doing a little like sizzling work. But I just have a small cup of water here for my scrub brush because I just want it to be a little bit wet while I do this. and just move in big circular motions all over the sink. You want to go up. Again, just using like big circular motions to completely coat the sink with that dish soap and baking powder mixture. And it just smells super fresh and clean even as I'm doing this. But you will see after I let this set for a second, it also really helps refresh your garbage disposal, because when you rinse all of the baking soda and dish soap down, if you turn on your disposal, it gets that baking soda in there and it sort of deodorizes if there is any gunk or buildup in your disposal too. Now, one other thing you can do if you're just looking for super scented clean, you could add some essential oils to this as well. If you just have like a plain dish soap and you want a super strong scent as you clean this and for your disposal, you could add, just re-wetting the sponge there a little bit too, but you could add those essential oils and have it then be sort of extra scented or an additional aroma if you wanted. Okay, top part here. Now this is a rather new sink. I just did a complete kitchen makeover of the countertops and the backsplash tile. If you are interested in seeing that video, I also just decorated for summer. So if you want to check out my new summer decor in my kitchen and all around the rest of my home, there's definitely more videos on my channel that I would love for you to watch and see. But the sink is newer, but this is something I love to do pretty much once a week, because I don't know about you, but I feel like there's just always splatters or buildup or food gunk that sometimes can get stuck. We eat a lot of macaroni and cheese in my house, and I feel like there's always like cheese stuck to my sink. I don't know if anybody else has that, but that's the phase of life we are in with 2 toddlers right now. So I just always like to have a sparkling, clean sink, just because so much I feel like it's washed and clean in a sink too. You just want the freshest, cleanest sink possible. Okay, so everything is now completely coated in that dish soap and baking powder mixture. So I'm gonna set my sponge to the side over here. And this is where you can either use a toothbrush, or I love this Rubbermaid Reveal scrub brush. Just gonna get the head of it a little bit wet. And if you have any buildup around the ring of your sink, or if you were to have any around sort of your drain, because I know our old, not drain, faucet, excuse me. If you were to have any buildup around your faucet, because I know our old one used to have that too, this is an incredible gadget to clean that. So you're gonna hear it, it's gonna get noisy, but I'm just gonna do the ring around the sink to kind of show you how this works. All right, now we're going to remove the vinegar in those plastic baggies that was sitting here. And honestly, you can pour that right into the sink. It kind of like helps everything foam up really big. Here we go. You can see it on this side too. It kind of makes everything foam up when you mix that vinegar with the baking soda. And now I'm gonna just like rinse my tools and then do an actual good rinse of the sink here. So, those off. Kind of gives a nice refresh to your sponge too, since we've had that baking soda and water and soap and vinegar. And rinse off the head of my Rubbermaid Reveal tool as well. All right, now I'm just going to rinse all around the sink until everything is gone. On this side, turn the water up so you can actually hear me decently. On this side, because this is where the garbage disposal is, I'm gonna turn on the garbage disposal while I rinse this side out again, so that baking soda dish soap mixture really helps to deodorize the garbage disposal. Okay, so now that that is all rinsed down, I'm just going to take my paper towels, put a little bit of vinegar on them, and wipe down all of the handles with the vinegar. That leaves your stainless steel looking super shiny and sparkling. Take a few more and sort of combine them and just wipe around the outside of the sink where a little bit of water splattered when I was cleaning out the sink. And I love just using like a good old-fashioned mason jar for holding some of my sponges there. And I found this little cake stand. There's a clear one. I also got a pink one for during the springtime when I have more pinks and purples in my kitchen. But this was in the dollar spot at Target, and I just love that for setting. This is like a room spray and my countertop spray and my hand soap and dish soap. I just kind of set them up there, and to me it kind of just adds a little decorative flair for kind of holding everything that I need. Okay, put these back in here. Wipe all around the outside. And now I'm just gonna grab one more paper towel and wipe out the insides of the sink really good. This is kind of the last thing you do so that you can wipe it all out and have that sparkling, clean sink. And honestly, it smells so amazing. Just that little bit of mint and baking soda. It's super like minty and fresh, clean smelling. And I guess I kind of go from like the top of the sink down to the basin when I do this wipe out, because then I feel like it looks super sparkling and clean then. Good. All right, that is it. I hope that you enjoyed this in-depth, thorough how to clean your sink video, that it gave you some cleaning motivation so that you can have a sparkling, clean sink. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, loves.
I can take you anywhere, somewhere. We won't be scared.